We're strong black women, them they rise. Own your voice, stand in your light. Step into your power and shine bright.
Grandma,
The fireworks are so pretty. Why do we celebrate the 4th of July?
well, sweetheart, the 4th of July is America's birthday. It's the day America declared its independence from England.
So everybody became free?
No, baby, not everybody. Back then, black people were still enslaved.
So they were celebrating freedom while black people were still slaves?
Yes, sweetheart. That's one of the hardest parts of our history.
But God wasn't finished writing our story.
Many years later, on June 19, 1865, the last enslaved black people in Texas were finally told they were free.
That's why we celebrate Juneteenth.
It reminds us how strong our ancestors were, and why we should never take freedom for granted.
I want to learn more about Juneteenth. Can you tell me all about our history, Grandma?
Of course, child. Good morning. I'm Teresa Flats, and welcome to Black Women Monday Morning Rise. Today, I'm not here to debate anybody. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to make anyone comfortable. I'm here to tell you why I wrestle with the word freedom. Every year, America celebrates the 4th of July. There are fireworks, flags wave. People talk about liberty, but when I hear the words 250 years of freedom, my mind goes somewhere else. 250 years ago, my ancestors were still enslaved. So I have to ask, freedom for who? That's not a question of patriotism. It's a question of history. History matters because it didn't just happen to somebody else. It happened to our families. It shaped where we lived, where we could work, where we could vote, where we could learn, and whether we were treated as fully human. People tell us to move on. How do you move on from something that still echoes through generations? The more I watch this country, the more I think about an old saying. The more things change, the more they stay the same. For years, people told us racism was over. That's not what I experienced. From where I stand, it never disappeared. It changed. It adapted. Sometimes it became quieter. Sometimes it became louder. But it never stopped affecting how many Black Americans experience this country. That's my truth. When I hear certain words, when I see certain policies, when I watch certain debates, I don't hear them in a vacuum. I hear them through generations of history. Some people hear politics. I hear history. I hear my grandparents. I hear the stories that were passed down in Black families. I hear everything they survived so that I could stand here today. People often ask why Black Americans respond so strongly to certain events. My answer is simple, because we don't hear those moments through the same lens as everyone else. I believe lived experience shapes how we see the world. I don't expect everyone to interpret events the way I do, but I do expect people to understand that my perspective didn't come from nowhere. It came from history. It came from family. It came from life. I created this platform because I wanted Black women to have a place where we didn't have to explain every emotion before we were allowed to express it. A place where our stories could be centered. A place where our lived experiences mattered. That doesn't mean other people can't listen. They're welcome to. But this conversation begins with us. Because for too long, too many Black women have felt like our voices were an afterthought. This is one place where they are not. So I'll end where I began. Freedom for who? It's a question I'll keep asking, not because I don't love my country, but because I believe loving a country also means being honest about its unfinished work. I'm Teresa Flats. Thank you for listening. And until next time, keep rising. Don't forget to like, share, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next Monday.
Every Monday, 7 a.m. we rise. Protect your peace. Yeah, yeah. Own your power, joy, and rise.